Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the King and I Relationship Talk.
I am Shirley Walker King, and this is my husband.
Vincent DeLeon King.
All three. We are certified facilitators. We have been married for 28 years, first thing. 28 years and counting. We still counting, right?
Still counting. Still
see,
counting.
Ladies, see how I slid that in there? I know I got another year. All right.
Yeah.
We've been married for 28 years. We are actually speakers, coaches, and authors. We are certified facilitators for Franklin Covey, 8 Habits of Highly Successful Marriage. We are certified with Together in Texas and family wellness instructors. So we know a little bit about marriage and relationships.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You just cracked me up.
Well, I think people need to know that sometimes when they know who they're getting their advice from. You're
True.
not going to take your car to the person who repairs your pool.
That's right.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
Look at
Just
it,
saying.
kicking knowledge.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, anyway, in our book, we cover what we have learned to be the marital rules of engagement. We spoke about that last week. Last week we covered the number one rule, communication. All right. This week we'll be talking about marital rule number 2, which is respect.
Yes.
And before we read from the book, we want to stress the importance of respect in any relationship.
Yeah, respect teaches you the value of patience, especially toward your partner.
Yes. And like I said, you have to have respect. It doesn't tempt you to go out and do things that will damage relationship. And we'll expound on some of those things. Well,
That
scary. Well, you see how quick the reflexes.
That happens.
I respect that.
So, right. So going to the book, because that's what I think our cue was to go to the book. So we're going to go to the book now. So in our book, Soul to Soul, of course, sorry, it's the book, and our chapter is called United We Stand, Together We Will Not Fall. We are chapter 1, and we discuss the rules of engagement which we feel that have worked in our marriage. So respect is rule number 2. So I'm going to read from the book, and here is for respect. It says, respect in a marriage is the center of it all. Vincent learned the value of respect from his military career, mainly during basic training. His father was in the Army, so he knew what was in his blood and he could complete any challenge put before him. However, the fear of failing basic training, boot camp also known as, was there. During the process, that fear gradually became respect. He soon realized the military boot camp is not designed to just break you down, but to build you up and create a family of individuals trained to be one fighting force. And I want to stop there because I think that fighting force also encompasses a marriage, because it says to become one, and when you become one, you are joined at the hip, the leg, the knee, the thigh, and you do everything as one. So everything that anybody sees outside of your household should be seen as one. I think that's one of the very important parts that I wanted to make sure I covered in this part. So yeah, I'm going to stop there on my part.
All right, and I'm going to read. Let me get my shades out. Yes, your boy wear glasses now. I'm going to read an excerpt also, and here we go. From the beginning of our relationship, Shirley has stated that having respect for each other will go further than love. And I never understood that in the beginning. I think we kind of spoke about that briefly in the beginning of our podcast. That statement is not easily understood until you fall out of love with your spouse's personality but still have respect for their character. Couples may fall in and out of love, but ultimately respect must always be present. The lyrics from the great Al Green song Love and Happiness said, "Love will make you do right. Love will make you do right. Love will make you do wrong. However, in most circumstances, respect will eliminate doing wrong. Respect keeps a person focused on family. It makes them think about how their children, very important, would view their mistakes, comments, and actions." I think that's really important. Whatever it is that keeps you from doing something dumb, then you gravitate towards that. I don't care if you think about a big toe, then you say, okay, before I do something stupid, if that big toe come in your head, then that's gonna make you stop. Then oh well, you know what I mean. So me having a daughter, that's a big one for me. I always I say worry, but I always think about what she thinks about me, because that's going to, carry into her life, so that's something she's going to always think about. So I would never want to have that impression, of me in her head.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think always, if I was going to do something stupid, I would always think not just of my wife, but I always thought about our daughter as well.
And I think, and of course I can't speak from a man's perspective, but I think whenever a father has a daughter, I think that's automatic.
Yeah.
Valencia's been doing a special all week on Fathers for Father's Day,
Right.
and I think that's one of the things has been universal with everyone that she's spoken to, from the seasoned father to the 10-month, father who's only been a father for 10 months, is they look at the fact that I have a daughter.
Right.
And I think everything that she sees that I do will either reflect positive or negative, so I need to present that positive to her so that she knows what
Right.
she should and should not accept.
Right.
I think that's the foundation. I think I've always said to people that I think the strongest relationship a girl has is with her father.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are really talking about, oh, you and Valencia are so close, you guys are so close, you're like besties. And I was like, yes, we're good, we're cool. But I've always wanted her to have the best relationship with you, her father,
Yeah.
because I think she sees she sees your actions more than she sees your words.
Right.
And I think that's going to help lend her to being in a relationship that's going to be mutual, respectful.
Yeah, and I think we do have a good relationship, and I think she knows she can, pretty much tell us anything, me anything. Although I've always told her, since she is the only child, but my wife,
And he's an only child
she's
too.
a little clingy towards her. So I always told Valencia, make sure you always check in, with your mom, because she get a little sensitive sometimes. But you shoot me a text, but you make sure you always let your mom know. So we kind of have our little thing, but I always tell her to make sure
They
keep
do.
your mom abreast of what's going on.
I
Yeah.
tell them this is my 2 VKs against the 1 SWK, but I'm going to win, y'all. I'm going to win. It's okay. I'm a middle child. They're 2 only children, but they don't know I had to deal with the older one and the younger one. See, they were solo. I got this.
Right.
But I also respect them too. Bringing it back.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to get into a few do's. I'm going to do about 4 do's and some don'ts as far as regarding respect. All right.
Yeah.
So do show mutual respect and admiration for each other. And again, that's for anybody on the outside looking. And this is just not about that, but you want your kids to see that you guys are showing respect for each other. They can tell if you kind of in a little situation vibe, but again, if you're showing respect for each other, then that's a growing process. They understand that you don't have to go off. Guess what? Because if you cussing each other out, guess what they're gonna start doing? You know where they got it from. They got it from the internet. The first, and it's always funny. It's not funny, but it's funny when a kid says their first curse word. Where they get it from? You know what I mean? Or if it's not from their parents, whoever they're around.
It was for me.
You know what I
It was
mean?
for me.
So, and I'm just saying that if it's not from their parents, it's whoever they're going to be around. Somebody babysitting them. Eventually, that kid he's going to say that, or he or her, they're going to say that curse word. So, you want to show that respect for each other in the presence of your kids. Do keep each other involved, informed, and connected, and that kind of goes to communication.
Definitely.
Just kind of keep each other abreast of what's going on. And again, me myself being only child, sometimes I'm just kind of come in from work. Sometimes she'll have to say, "How's everything? Everything okay? How was work?" And I kind of go into it. But sometimes I won't even speak about work. It is what it is. But sometimes she might want to know what's going on at the job.
And it's also for just your household and parenting. For example, because Vincent was, again, in the military and gone for 6 months at a time, I still had to keep him involved and connected with the household. And this was before the internet and social media. So, we were literally sending 8 tracks. Was it 8 tracks? Cassettes.
Cassettes.
I know. I'm sorry. We're not there yet. Cassettes. To each other. Valencia and I would literally have a cassette Walkman with us all day, and I would say good morning to Daddy, and she would say good morning, Daddy.
Right.
Tell Daddy you're going into daycare, or I pick her up. Okay, I picked you up. Let's tell Daddy how your day went. So that was my way of keeping him connected to the family, even though he was millions of miles away in some foreign land on a ship or in the middle of the ocean. But you have to keep them informed and connected. With parenting, moms, you may be the one who's picking the kids up to and from their events, but keep the father informed as to what happened if they missed a game, if they missed a set show or something like that. Let them know what's going on. And the same with the fathers, with the boys, and you're having your man-on-man talks. That's fine. Just let mom know I've handled it. He knows about the birds and the bees, so we've had that conversation. Just keep each other informed and connected. Yeah. And the next one is, do show support for each other's accomplishments. That's very important.
Yeah, definitely. It's just giving praise, you know what I mean? Just don't be nonchalant about it because it's not a big thing for you. It's not about you. So, if your significant other does something special, then, you want to kind of give them a pat on the back or show them that you're proud of them, support them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and for me, myself, again, I'm laid back and I don't require a lot of those things, but she always, and it feels good. I know she's going to do it anyway. I know she's going to do it. So I know she's going to do those things. So I do appreciate that stuff.
And that's just one of my love languages in the way that I show love and appreciation. So, there's that. Where were we at? We did the accomplishments.
Tell each other your likes and dislikes.
Yes.
I think that's very important. Whether it be just anything within your household. I don't like hair in the kitchen.
And
I have ladies.
All my black women, that's a challenge, okay? So Valencia and I make sure we take care of that when we do our hair and everything. And everybody knows the rules.
Right.
From Glory, Ashley, all of them, they all knew the rules because during high school they would come over and I would do their hair and stuff like that for special occasions. But they knew as soon as we were done, we not only swept, but then we vacuumed because that is his one pet peeve about hair being on the floor in the kitchen and the bathroom. So I got it.
See no hair on the countertops. I'm trying to cook food and prepare food, and you don't want no hair in your food.
Oh no, we get it. And
although I know them, I still don't want their hair.
And we get it. And that's again his background because he was a chef in the Navy, in case you guys didn't know. So that's again a part of not just his background as being an only child and a man, but also a part of his culinary career, if you will. So that's a pet peeve of his, and I do my best. It's not easy, but I do my best. And also with the likes and dislikes, you also want to tell your partner what you like sexually, romantically. It's not just about, little things here and there. You need to communicate to your partner what it is that you like for them to do romantically, sexually, on date night, little things here and there. You want to communicate and tell them what it is that you like and what it is that you do not like. And if you go with something that you do not like, at least give them a little background as to why. If it's not reaching too much.
Yeah, like I rub my two toes. I got like my small toe and one next to that one. So I like her. Anyway,
he like JoJo right here, right here. You guys know we had a dog named JoJo or Sharpay. Both of them right here. I can put them both down.
You kick that leg, and you rub that spot. He get the kick of that leg. What?
He out. So now that we've happily gone over the do's, now it's time to address the don'ts.
Don't criticize in public.
Don't do it. Like, why would you? Why would you want to? Ladies, I'm going to speak to the ladies for a moment. We're going to forget that he's here, but okay. Ladies, why would you want to criticize your man in the public anyway? Mm-hmm. Even if he's doing something that you dislike or disagree, you should make sure you take that to the household in your four walls and talk to him about that and not criticize or belittle the man that you're supposed to be loving and laying down in the bed with in public. I'm sorry, what? Okay, just checking.
Flip that, the same thing. So, you don't never know who's watching, who's checking that out. Like, okay, let me say something to her since Mr. King want to put her down in public. Let me lift her spirits up. That's the mind of the single cat that's kind of watching. So, the predator.
He putting y'all up on game. Adrian and Green, I don't want to hear it. Green, don't be talking about you about to go use this. Don't do it. So again, don't criticize each other in public. If you have a problem with something that your partner has done, please address that in private and let them know why that you had a problem with it, and maybe you guys can talk your way through it. Maybe they may not even know that they are doing something if you did not talk to them about it.
Roger that. And the same thing with don't compare your partner
Yeah.
to anyone. So, and that's kind of going back to the last one we just did. Same thing. Why would you compare your partner, good or bad? You know
Right,
what I
right.
mean?
Now, unless it's my potato salad, I
Right.
get it, because some of you ladies just can't make potato salad, and your husband and you call me to make your potato salad, so that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm coming back. I'm
Right,
coming back.
right.
But yeah, don't compare your spouse to anybody else, because nobody wants to be compared to anyone. If there is something that you like or admire about someone, figure out a way to bring that up, but not in a comparison way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roger that. Hey, matter of fact, you remember we were stationed in Corpus Christi. There was a couple, and actually he's here now, Anita and Will. So
Yes.
You guys kind of had the same taste, or we
Yes.
did. So they would literally, even when we were going to deployment, they would buy us the same stuff, not knowing this, and send it to us. So like we would get the same type of sandals, shoes, the shorts. So like we had the same taste, but it was always funny. Like we would pretty much get the same items from our spouses through the mail.
That was hilarious because
Yeah.
Anita and I also had similar tastes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we would go away and come back with the same sandals for ourselves. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But
So,
it wasn't a thing that we compared them.
Right,
We
right.
just said that they have similar tastes because they're both laid back and cool fellas. What can we
Yeah.
say? We knew how to pick them.
Yeah. And moving right along, don't think for each other.
Yeah, I would say don't think for your partner. And that comes into places like when you're out somewhere, you're in public or you're at an engagement or something, and you're like, oh no, she'll do this or she'll do that.
Yeah.
If you're not sure, then you can tell somebody, well, you know what, why don't you check with my spouse? And we had to deal with that a lot in the military. Because he was the active duty personnel and they see the spouse as a dependent, even though you're a grown ass woman,
Yeah.
they see you as a dependent
Like
of
this.
the individual.
Yeah.
So you have to learn to live within that lifestyle. And a lot of times, they would say, well, your husband or the active duty person, and my husband would tell them, you know what, I think you need to check with my spouse because she has a mind of her own and she can make those decisions and she has a power of attorney, you jerks.
Yeah, it was kind of like they were second class citizens, really. It really was like that. So it was like the spouses. We don't talk to them. We deal with you. So and it's changed. It's changed a lot, but definitely some 7, 8, 9 years ago. That's definitely how it was.
Well, I still see it. I hear a lot about it on the social media, but
Okay,
that's fine.
okay.
I digress. We're moving on.
And the last one.
And the last one is, no, I think we did don't overtalk. We did. Did we do don't overtalk?
No, we didn't do it.
So don't overtalk each other. So even though you may see sometimes I do that, I try and be patient because my mind and my thoughts come out at the same time. But don't overtalk each other. Let the person speak and hold their own. And if they can't, then you can step in and save your spouse if you're not sure if they know something. But don't let anybody ever try and belittle your spouse. Step up and speak up because I will chin check you in a minute.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Y'all.
I'm sorry. We're going back now. Okay, let's close this out. Let's close this out. They got me heated over here. All right, here we go.
What fucking county you from? You from South
Dago.
Central? Oh, Diego. San Diego.
No, Dago.
Dago.
Yes.
By the border, huh? She got a little.
Easy access to get out if
She
you
got a
need
little
to.
Tijuana. Oh my goodness.
So, yeah,
Her
we
last
wanted to
name
be-
is Maria. Okay, go ahead.
That
What's
middle
up?
name is Maria.
Maria.
Yes, it is.
Oh, last
And look
name
who's
is
talking, DeLeon or DeLeon if you in Cleveland. Anyway, yes. So we're back. So again, to close us out, we just wanted to come to you guys and give you guys what we feel like our marital rules of engagement number 2 is, which is respect. So we went over those, and we want you guys to know that we're here to share our experience in our marriage and our relationship with you guys because people did it for us to help us get to our
That's right.
28 years in counties.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tracy and Pops Corley. We love you guys.
What's up, Pops?
Yay, yay.
And funny, she used to always tell me about this guy named Pops, you know what I mean? And he always looked out for her, and it was just like we just ran into them in Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
How many years was that?
Oh, it was at least, because Valencia was at least 4, so I had been gone at least 4 years, 5 years
Okay.
from California.
Yeah, ran to him in the gym.
At the
So,
gym, because y'all know how I do.
Yeah. So she was a baller.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah.
Anyway, we're closing out like we were saying.
Yes.
All right. Relationship. Okay, yeah. And relationship, guys. I mean, it's hard work. We always say that. I always say it's like a business. Okay. Nothing is easy. You got to work at it. You got your ups and downs. All right, good times, bad times, all that stuff. Adventures, boring times. Sometimes you guys just quiet time. You're just together though. Whatever you're doing, my wife might be we're together, but she's reading or she's messing with her phone. But we still have that time there. You know what I mean? So everybody kind of have their alone, quiet time. But with respect, being open, being honest. See how she be looking at me, y'all. She be checking your boy out.
Go ahead, Catherine. I know you about to kill me on this one. Go ahead, Catherine. I'm waiting. Write your comment down there. At any rate, we want you guys to enhance your respect with each other through love, trust, forgiveness, commitment, and have faith that what God has brought together, no man, woman, or child will tear apart. You guys can do this. Respect is a vital important portion of your relationship. Yeah. So we hope that we've been able to help you guys understand that respect is important. And next week we will be talking about
trust.
So hope you guys can come back, and we should be back doing that one live next week.
Yeah.
So thanks
Appreciate
for tuning in.
Talk to you next week.
Peace.